y'all, it's Alita. Christian's behind the camera and Chris is laughing at us over here. Sorry I'm late. I was coming from a DEXA scan. It told me that I put on muscle. He'll be proud of me. We'll talk about that when we're done. So we got kind of a crazy week going on this week. I will not be here Thursday to do New Product Live. Tomorrow is my birthday. I am going on vacation. I'm going to Colorado. It's going to be very cold. I'm probably going to stay in my hotel room and have like my own little party in there. It's going to be great. All things cannabis are legal there. So what more can you ask for? So I am going on my birthday weekend trip. So Thursday we will not have New Product Live, but we will begin a fashion sale that will begin Thursday. So this is that series where we talk about all things cannabis. So tune in Thursday for what that sale will be. But today we're going to continue to talk about cannabis. We asked that you drop a green heart below or something along those lines to give us an idea that you're there. And as a reward, we give you $25. This week's winner is Debbie L. Keys Peak. We try to tag you. Sometimes it lets us, sometimes it doesn't. If you know her, tag her so that she gets the post. You have 2 weeks to come and claim your $25 prize. And you can spend that on anything that you want. So Christian did a good job today. So part of my staff's job, part of my staff that stands at the register and does sales all the time, is to learn about products, right? So to learn about products, because though I'm the one that you see talk about product all the time, a lot of times they're the ones that do the sales on the product. So it's just as important that they know more, if not more, than I do about products. So Christian did a good job today of kind of pulling products and talking me through why he's doing some of these, what I'm going to call almost novelty products that we have in the store. I'm not going to say that they're the most medicinal products. Christian kind of thinks that maybe one of them is a little more medicinal than a Delta 8 or a full spectrum, but I'll talk about that when we get there. So remember, all of these things are available on our website. Word of mouth is the number one way that we share things about cannabis products. I am not always here. I do take appointments, not for the next week because I will be on vacation, but I do take appointments if you want to talk to me in particular. But know that my staff are very, very knowledgeable. They're very knowledgeable, and what they don't know, they're eager to go and ask questions about and learn. So don't hesitate to come in and talk to them about it. So let's talk about the first products that we've come in. We talked a little bit about these last week, but we didn't really talk about the reasons why you would use them specifically. So this is that Happy Fruit brand. I do like them. They're a vegan gummy. It's easy to uptake. We still recommend every time we're talking about gummies that you start with half a gummy the first time, just for grins and giggles. I understand, depending on your cannabis use, why you would think you need more or which you need less. But sometimes you can have too much of a cannabinoid at one time, and they're concentrated like this. So trust us when we say just start with half. You can always have a whole one the next day. If you are and you're going to get antsy, we say 4 hours. Wait 4 hours to do it before you take the other half. So this is Delta 8 and CBN. So Christian was saying that when you come in and you talk to him specifically about sleep, this is what he's going to recommend, even probably over just a regular Delta 8. People are fascinated with Delta 8s. It works great for pain. It does help me sleep. But if you're looking for something that will actually help you go to sleep and stay asleep, that's where adding the CBN in there specifically. So when we keep talking about doing research in this product, we keep saying the more and more that research is allowed and the more and more that grant money is and a Delta 9, I kind of asked Christian what the difference is. And he said that this one seems to settle a little bit better for a beginner. The other one, I'm going to say it can cause you to be a little bit jittery. Like, I mean, if I take too much of a 9, any kind of a 9, it still has a little bit of a stimulant effect. So the 8 is going to be just a little bit less stimulating. Sometimes people like the stimulant. You know, a lot of times people with ADHD, they like the stimulant feel. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. That's why we say that there's no one way to say this is the product that's right for you. Sometimes you've got to come in and try products. And that's what I like about these products. They're not really expensive. They're not, they're $28.99. They're kind of reasonably priced to try different things and see what they do. HHC, this is actually made when hydrogen was added to THC. So this is actually not a naturally occurring cannabinoid. I mean, is that a fair statement? Okay. So when we talk about a product like this that is 100% natural product, comes out of the plant, grew out of the ground, they pulled it out of there, you're getting what is in the plant. That is not this, y'all. This is a synthetic product. This is not a Christian and I have a hard time saying that we could recommend these particular products for non-recreational uses. I mean, we can tell you they kind of do things, So this one kind of, I like HHC. I'm going to be honest. I like HHC because it does exactly what Christian said. It does a little bit of the kind of just makes you feel a little bit better. Hey, it's kind of like a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Kind of makes you just have a little bit of pep in your step. But unlike weed, it doesn't make you feel high while you're doing it. So it's kind of like a little bit of a happy pill. Not totally organic, not exactly occurring in nature, still a recreational use. I definitely a half on these. Definitely a half on this. Hey, how are you? Good. The next one is THCV. I thought it was funny when Christian called it this because that's kind of the same assumption that I came to when I read about THCV. So this again is going to be Delta 8 with THCV. Not Delta 8, just HHC. Just a synthetic compound that's made of it. No. This is the kind of product that gets us in trouble with regulators because this is real gray. this is real gray, and if the legislature told us 2 years from now this was probably not a substance that we could sell without some regulation, I would understand why. That's my God's honest assessment of that product. THCV, Christian and I both decided we call this the diet weed. That's what it is. It's going to give you a little bit of pep in your step. It's going to make you feel a little bit like you want to exercise, a little bit less hungry. Now, I tell people that with caution. I and my husband and I have this conversation. I prep for the munchies, okay? Because anything at any component of this time can give you the munchies. So I prep snacks that I can knowingly and intentionally have that are not ding-dongs and ho-hos and Twinkies. Because that's what I want to eat. And cookies and all of those things. So I intentionally prep some type of salty snack, some type of trail mix, some type of something so that if I'm going to play with recreational products and I give myself the munchies, I have something to eat. But this is going to be that diet. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of energy in a package. Naturally occurring, definitely naturally occurring in the products, but not, still again, not a natural product. Don't come, if you were coming to me to talk to me about really using it to work for MS, these are not products that I would be recommending. We're just kind of going through the recreational stay here. Now, Christian actually said, I like what he put down here on the paper. He put THCO, your spiritual cannabinoid. If you're a person that likes that creative buzz that you get off certain types of cannabis products, you like to write, you like to paint, you like to do whatever it is that you like to do, and you like to kind of do that with a buzzy feel, this is made out of hemp. This is legal in the state of Texas. Legal in the gray, right? It's in litigation. So, I mean, it may not be legal one day for us to sell it without some type of regulation. But right now we do say that you have to be 21 and up. You know, that's just our general preference, that the law doesn't say we have to do that. But we do that because this is definitely you called it, I liked what you said. 300 times stronger than THC. So it is concentrated THC. Is it a natural product? No. Can you possibly give yourself heart palpitations or an anxiety attack taking some of these if you're a person that's prone to something? Sure, you can. I kind of compare it, you know, I mean, are you a melt in the couch kind of girl? Or are you kind of I like to go kind of girl or guy? You know, I mean, they're two different ends of the spectrum. All done with hemp plants, all done as naturally as can be done in vegan gummies and things like that. So I think that's kind of all that I'm going to do today. We talked about CBN. We talked about what were we talking about this, Christian?
What was that? Oh, full spectrum.
What?
Full spectrum.
So why did you say we would do this versus those?
Because that's more beginner.
Okay. So what he was saying, you wouldn't want to give
somebody Delta 8.
Right. If you were coming in for the very first time and you're like, hey, I want to try some product. These products right here, though they're tempting in product, they're pretty in package, they're nice in price, they're not a beginner product. We try to warn you of that at the register. We try to talk to you about that. I think that you can probably start out with this as a beginner product. Again, a half, a fourth, maybe even, something like that. But there is still value in products like this that have the CBD and THC in there. And we say this all the time when I'm talking to people. More is not always better, y'all. More is not always better. Sometimes it's about finding the lowest dose that you can take in it and using it for what you want to do without overusing it. I tell people this regularly. If you're chasing a buzz, like I'm going out for a night to drink, that's you're using it in a different way, right? Because when you're using these products every day, like a product like this, the goal is not to have a buzz off of it. The goal is to use it for all of the properties in which it works. So have a good week. I will see you again next Tuesday. I think we have the library gala coming up. That's coming up that we did a live from there. And then we also have buffalo cookies coming up as well. So watch the feed for those things. We will see you on Thursday for announcements. I won't see you live, but my staff will put together stuff on that live or during that time slot to tell you what's going on with the sales. Have a great week. Enjoy the sales for my birthday. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.